This time on AA Insurance Location, Location, Location.
Your own personal shopper.
We take two tenacious young women.
An inspiration is probably where I'd start.
It has been years in the making.
On a journey of highs.
I like the space.
It's beautiful.
And lows.
I wasn't expecting a construction zone.
In the quest to find their perfect property.
The idea is have a white picket fence.
But in two of the toughest markets in the country.
Got a small problem.
Can we deliver their property dream?
Terrified is probably a good word for it.
Help me find a new home.
This week, our house hunt takes us from Tāmaki Makaurau to Kirikiriroa, Hamilton.
We're searching with two incredible young women with very similar budgets, but in very different markets.
My buyer scored her first home at the age of 28 in Auckland. Now she's on the upsize.
Well, I'm on the house hunt in Hamilton with a paramedic who's ready to dive in and buy her first home. But she's a little scared of taking the plunge.
How old were you when you bought your first home, Jayne?
Oh, good question. I'm probably around 27, down in Queenstown, actually. What about you?
I was a bit older. I mean, quite a bit older.
With high interest rates and slow wage growth, the dream of owning your own home feels out of reach for many young people in Aotearoa.
Hamilton has seen some of the biggest growth in the country, with house prices peaking in 2021. But they've been falling since then, which means it's a buyer's market.
Something savvy 29-year-old Sonia is keen to make the most of. She's in a hurry to get onto the property ladder.
I'm someone who loves to do all my research. I'm also someone who, once I've made a decision, the decision has been made and now it needs to be followed through on. In terms of the impatience, I would rather have put an offer on yesterday on the perfect place.
High five.
Go on. Walking up, walking up, walking up.
Sonia was raised on her family's Waikato farm, where hard work and saving was important from an early age.
I have always been money conscious, and I think that is one of the values that my parents have instilled in me.
Come on.
Get moving, get moving. I have put in many, many hours earning money that I can save towards this property. It has been years in the making.
You're doing a good job, Sonia. Well done. You're just about an expert at it.
Just about.
With a career as a paramedic, Sonia's been working hard to achieve her goal. It's a job she loves and took her to the front line in the UK during the first wave of COVID.
It was scary, and it was a lot to go through to turn up to work, knowing that you don't actually know what's going to happen today.
There, she was exposed to a particularly brutal COVID strain.
It was a traumatic experience, and it has left me with asthma, which is something I'm going to be ongoing with managing.
And those health concerns now have a major impact on her house search.
I've heard the horror stories of asbestos and of mould, and it makes me very nervous to try and look for properties, not knowing those hidden factors.
Sonia's dream home needs to be healthy on the inside and out.
Preferably a new build, and somewhere where I feel safe to go out running. Location is quite high on the list of things that I'd like to get right. Pepper, you ready? You're not going to look? Oh, almost got it.
It sounds like Sonia knows exactly what she wants, even though it seems a little scary. Luckily, she has some expert help to make the big move.
Buying my first property is also one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done. Sometimes you just have to jump 2 feet in.
Well, Sonia, I'm here to hold your hand as you jump. Leaping into the property market is nerve-wracking, but I'm determined to make it as smooth an entry as possible.
This is pretty exciting.
Super duper exciting.
Your own personal shopper. Well, let's get right to it. Describe to me your absolute dream home.
Perfect home for me is a 2-bedroom new build property, small bit of green space in a lovely quiet cul-de-sac. Since COVID, I've struggled with asthma, so something clean, well ventilated, that's not going to in any way impact my asthma is really important to me.
100%. That's a non-negotiable. And quiet. Because of your job, you need to be able to get some rest when you get home. What budget, what level are you comfortable going to for the perfect place, for the right property?
In terms of budget, I'd be looking at about 6-8 to be comfortable.
10K more if it was
If it ticked absolutely every box and I fell in love with it,
Yeah.
that's when we consider it.
Yeah, okay. I'm really impressed to see you getting onto the property ladder at such a young age.
It has taken quite a lot of hard slog, but I now feel in a position to take the plunge, which, yeah, I'm super proud of.
This is a big deal, right? This is your first home. Does that make you nervous?
Terrified is probably a good word for it.
That makes me even more determined to make this journey a good, smooth one for you. You're doing the right
Deep
thing.
breath, take the plunge, right?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Sonia is hoping her $680K budget will buy her dream property in one of Hamilton's safe, leafy suburbs. She would like at least 2 bedrooms, a garage, some outside space, and most importantly, it must be a healthy home. Ideally, a brand new build so that Sonia knows her health is protected.
Well, Jane, I'm house hunting for another very inspiring young woman on a very similar budget. But we're searching in Tāmaki Makaurau. And get this isn't Chantel's first home. She got on the property ladder last year when she was just 28.
As a single Pacific Island woman, being able to do that in Auckland, it felt amazing. I know there's a lot of struggle, even with couples alone trying to buy their first home. So to do it as an individual, it was just nice to know that it is possible. There is a way if you follow the process.
Chantel's clearly been determined from a very young age. She grew up in the Cook Islands, but when she came to Aotearoa for high school and uni, she discovered a passion for rugby and league.
3, 2, that's fine. 1.
That first hit on the field, I just absolutely love the sport.
Chantel went on to play professionally all over the world and represent the Cook Islands.
Here we are. Hold, set, up.
But when an injury saw Chantel grounded in Aotearoa during lockdown, she decided it was time for a change. So she retrained as a financial advisor.
I love the fact that we get to go out there and actually make a difference in the community.
With her expert financial knowledge, Chantel was able to buy her first property.
It's a lovely 2-bedroom place. It gives me peace, tranquility. So when I get to sit outside on my deck, it's just the best feeling ever.
But a year ago, life changed dramatically when Chantel opened her home to her niece in Aotutaki, who was expecting a baby.
Family is everything to me. And so to know that I was having my niece staying with me and that we're going to bring a new bundle of joy into this world is a no-brainer. Say hi. It takes a village to look after a family.
Not long after Baby Shuck's arrival came the realisation that Chantel's cosy 2-bedroom home wasn't quite big enough for all of them.
Ideally, our dream home would be 3-bedroom place, a backyard. Just having a home where they can feel like this is their safe space, something we can all make our own.
Alana and Shuck are seeing out the winter in the Cook Islands, so time is of the essence.
The sooner the better. The faster I do it, the faster I can get them back here.
I'm so excited about this one. What a beautiful family. I can't wait to find them their dream home.
I'm really excited about helping you, Chantel. You've actually achieved an incredible amount to look after your family. It's a lot of responsibility.
Oh, it is, but it's so worth it to see them smile and laugh. My bank account's not that happy, but they are, so that's all that matters. Just one little smile from them makes it all worth it.
Yeah. I guess we're not looking for another 2-bedroom home.
Preferably not.
Yeah.
We're looking to upsize just so everyone's got their own space. I guess the idea is to have a white picket fence with a beautiful home and kids where they can grow up.
What am I looking for you in terms of budget? You know, what am I shopping with?
Originally, I did have a budget of $650, but we are able to push it to $700.
Do you have a timeline that you're working to?
Well, I recently just got back from the Cook Islands. My niece and baby are currently there. It's not extremely urgent, but I miss them a lot. And
yeah.
The faster I can do this, the faster I can bring them back. They're safe hands in the islands. They're with their family. Beautiful. Like, who wouldn't want to be in Aitutaki right now? So, yeah.
I would love to be in Aitutaki.
Yeah, getting a tan and everything.
I don't tan, but I would still love to be in Aitutaki. And I just sort of go lobster, read, and then back to this. Sorry, it's not about me. It's about you. With the budget that you're looking to shop with, that's going to be the big challenge for me. I'm not saying impossible, because nothing's impossible. If we can find something for you that ticks all those boxes, believe me, we'll find it for you.
Help me find a new home.
You're so ready for me to
So
spend
ready.
your money?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Come on. Let's go.
Chantel has a budget to play with of $700,000 for a 3-bedroom standalone home. She'd like to be as central as possible, but knows in Tāmaki Makaurau that's a huge challenge. So is willing to go as far south as Manurewa. Outside space is a must, and if you can throw in a picket fence, well, that'll be all the boxes ticked. No worries. Not nervous about this one at all. This week we're up against it on both sides of the Bombays, with 2 incredible young women.
To look after your family, it's a lot of responsibility.
This is a big deal. This is your first home.
They're determined to find their dream homes.
In terms of the impatience, I would rather have put an offer on yesterday.
The idea is to have a white picket fence with a beautiful home.
In 2 of the toughest markets in the country.
Terrified is probably a good word for it.
Good morning.
Tamari here, Jayne.
How beautiful is this?
100%. The Botanical Gardens is one of my favourite places on earth.
So, tell me about Chantel.
Ooh. An inspiration is probably where I'd start. Bought her first home when she was around 28. And now she's looking to upsize because she's taken on the responsibility of her niece and her niece's baby.
Oh, wow.
So the family's growing, getting a bigger whānau and needs a bigger whare for it. Got a small problem. Chantel would love to be in the central suburbs, but I'm really limited on budget. We've only got 700,000.
Yeah.
What about you?
My Sonia,
Your Sonia.
has saved and saved and saved, ready now to buy her first home by herself. She's very driven and knows what she wants, but she's probably a little blinkered in her search. I'm going to switch up a bit and maybe take her out of her comfort zone by showing her probably property that she wouldn't have had on her radar.
Well, I think we've got 2 really inspiring women to be working with.
I sold my car to buy my first home.
My car was my first home.
Let's rip into it.
Okay, then. Let's take our inspiration out there and
Go.
smash it. Do you reckon I could pick some flowers here?
No, Paul,
Why not?
don't pick the flowers.
Okay.
Sonia says she's a country girl at heart and loves peace and tranquility. So, for her first property, I brought her to an absolute stunner right next to the mighty Waikato. 2-bedroom apartments in Hamilton Central hover around the $525,000 mark, so well within Sonia's budget.
Jayne, I'm not sure this is exactly giving country girl vibes, but it sure is pretty around here.
Isn't it gorgeous? Sonia's cousin Lisa is going to be her second pair of eyes. I'm hoping the riverside setting wins them both over.
New build is very important, right? Good security. And you want to be in some really nice surroundings. Okay, stop for a moment. Top corner. Smells new, feels new. It is new.
All good things so far.
Yeah.
I like the morning sun. I like the river view.
You might have to learn how to row.
That might be a bit of a stretch. I can run, rowing maybe not so much. Let's have a look.
Okay, come on.
So far, so good. But does Sonia actually want an apartment?
Ah yes, that could be a sticking point, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. This stunning apartment has the most beautiful outlook onto the Waikato River, a high-spec kitchen and 2 big bedrooms. And because it's brand new, we know it ticks all the health boxes.
Price-wise, it's pushing Sonia's max budget. But she would be buying at the bottom of the market, so she's got a good chance of scoring a deal here.
Oh, wow.
How's that view?
Everything you could ask for in a view, isn't it?
We're country girls at the end of the day, so not having a building right out there is actually really lovely.
That's why we're here. And as the leaves fall in the winter, you're only going to have a bigger
Better view of the river.
Yeah, true.
It's beautiful.
I want you two to explore. We'll catch up very soon for a debrief.
Sounds good.
Open everything, anything you want.
We will. I like the feel of the place.
I'm just picturing the nice outdoor furniture with your cousin coming around for cocktails. You owe me a few dinners too.
Probably do.
Well, she's a cosy kitchen.
I could definitely see myself getting dinner ready after a long day at work.
Well, I've been cooking all the dinners so far, so it's time to show me what you've got.
Now, Sonia is very analytical. She knows exactly what she wants. Personally, I think it's absolutely perfect for her, but I'm not the one buying it.
This is more the living area kind of space.
I suspect so. Plenty of room for a decent couch.
You should be able to get some of the sunlight coming through as well in the afternoon. This looks like a bedroom we've got here.
That's really cool having an outlook towards the river.
I hear the rustling of leaves. They're back.
We're back. Definite positives about the place. The view is beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's chic, it's modern, it's quite industrial, and I quite like that feel about it.
They've packed a lot into quite a small space, and the proximity to town is pretty cool.
Price. I have got some good local intel, and I think that you could possibly get it for the top of your budget. It's a brand new build. If you held on to it for 3, 4, 5 years, the capital gain is there.
Which is something that I think is important to think about.
And also the rental appraisal is very good as well.
That's always a positive and definitely something I'd consider as well.
Okay, well, I think that's a really good start. I think we should go and check out property number 2.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I don't know if Sonia totally fell in love, but hey, I've got 2 more chances to win her over.
Well, Jane, I'm feeling quietly confident about my first property, but I'm taking a bit of a risk myself. Chantel is keen to be as central as possible, but with 700,000, that's a real challenge. So I'm kicking things off by going to the outer edges of her search area. I've taken her to family-friendly Randwick Park, just next to Manirewa, so I can show Chantel just how far her money can go. The average sale price for a home here is around 780,000. So it's a little tight and a tough market, but I think I've found something pretty special.
One of the things I'm very excited about this area is that you've got a school and a daycare just at the end of the street.
Perfect.
Nice, eh?
Really nice.
I know this is possibly as far out as you wanted to come, but I wanted to show you what your money could get you.
I like the area. Just coming up, I could see the schools and everything, which is good. The house itself, I love how it's already a standalone. The fact that we can actually fit cars and a little playground set for Shark as well would be perfect.
Put a basketball hoop out here when he gets a bit taller.
Yes,
Could be
definitely.
Shark number 2.
Hopefully not anytime soon, but yes, yes.
Give it time, right? Shall we go and have a look?
Let's go have a look.
Come on then.
You're off to a good start there, Paul. I think Chantel quite likes this one already.
This little beauty has been renovated. It has 3 bedrooms, a gorgeous bathroom with a tub, and lots of room inside and out for little feet. Best of all, it's on the market for 699,000, so comfortably within Chantel's budget.
That's a lot of ticks, Paul, but is it too far out? We'll just have to wait and see.
Shiny and new.
I love the carpet, but I also like the tile in the kitchen area.
Of course, a good living space.
I like it. It's a lot bigger than my smaller home. Everything's already done. There's curtains, carpet, looks real clean.
And 3 bedrooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Check out the bathroom.
Oh, very spacious. I love the tiles. There's a bathtub.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the mirrors. Very spacious.
And then there's Shark's room.
Oh, this would be perfect for him.
Then you got the yard. You're out here kicking a ball around, playing a bit of tackle. Shark will have your face in the mud.
Little barbecue area out here. I just love how there's a lot of room where we can do a lot of activities.
Yeah. So, moment of truth, what do you think?
I like how it feels like a home. It's a standalone. It is quite far out, but at the end of the day, we are looking for something that we can all be together and that's comfortable.
Not a deal breaker?
Not an entire deal breaker, but I guess it depends on the price now.
What would you pay for it?
What would you offer it?
Good, I like it. Okay, good. Tussle, asking price, $699.
Oh, really?
Still want to negotiate?
Yes, of course.
Good, right, what do you want to pay?
Something under $699.
Right, well, you know that it's in budget. This is the first home.
I know, and that's the best part. This is only the first home, and I already enjoy it. I love the potential for it as well, so it'll be interesting to see if anything could actually top this one off.
Well, good. Well, let's take our negotiating skills into property number 2, shall we go?
Let's go.
Well, I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself.
Don't break out the bubbles just yet, Paul. I wouldn't say the location was a total win.
Chantel said she sees potential. I think I might have scored a try here. We are pounding the pavement in Tāmaki Makaurau and Kirikiriroa, seeking out the perfect properties for our hopeful house hunters. Financial advisor Chantel is looking for a 3-bedroom home for her growing whānau.
We're looking to upsize just so everyone's got their own space.
We had a strong start in Randwick Park,
The house itself, I love how it's standalone.
but it was the extreme edge of her search range.
It is quite far out.
So I've headed back towards the city and I've found something pretty special in Otahuhu, right around the corner from where Chantel lives right now. The average 3-bedroom house here is about $830,000, which is more than $100,000 above Chantel's max. So it's gonna be a squeeze, but wait till you see what I've lined up.
You asked for a white picket fence?
I like it. I'm excited, really excited.
Cool, let me open up the gate, we'll get inside.
Oh, Paul, I don't want to put a damper on it, but have you seen how busy that road is?
Yeah, it's a busy one, but to get Chantel this central on her budget, it's a compromise that I've had to make. This gorgeous little bungalow is bang smack in the area where Chantel wants to be. It has 3 huge bedrooms, an enormous bathroom, and generous living and dining. But the best news of all is the asking price, $699,000, so I know it's in Chantel's budget.
Charming character home. Double glazed, heat pump, keep you warm. And there's beautiful original timber floors. Homes like this are highly desirable, and if you gave it a little bit of love, it'll reflect well into the future as well.
I love how there's a lot of space, quite high ceilings, which I absolutely love. Can't wait to take a look at the rest of the place.
Well, that's my cue to leave.
Sounds good.
See you soon.
I love that there's space out here. That way we can fit a lot more things, like little playground. Ooh, I like that decent sized bathroom. I like the shower. It's a decent size and it's got a bath. Yeah, needs a little bit of love, but other than that, I love the size.
I think Chantel could really love this home. It's got the white picket fence in a neighbourhood that she already knows, but I'm really concerned about the main road. It could be a deal breaker.
I love the space out here. Storeroom, turned it into a garage. Love it. A lot of possibilities.
G'day. How'd you get on?
Really well, actually.
How do you feel about where we're positioned?
Oh, it's almost perfect. Even though the road's right there, I love the white picket fence. So I know there's a safety net. I love how it's a big space and there's potential of growing it and just turning it into our own.
So in terms of your budget, this home sits nicely and within that. It's got an asking price of $699,000.
I think that's good. We can definitely negotiate with that.
I like the way you're thinking. So in terms of property number 1 and property number 2, how am I doing so far?
It's harder for me now to choose because I do like both properties.
That's my job. I'm here to make it harder for you. But that's a good thing, right?
It is.
Looking forward to catching up and showing you the next property.
Sounds good.
Should we go?
Let's go.
This location just cannot be beaten for Chantel's budget, but I'm going to see if I can tick a few more boxes on her final property.
Meanwhile, in Hamilton, Sonia's hungry for her piece of the property pie.
I'm someone who, once I've made a decision, needs to be actioned and followed through on.
We ticked new build and location off the wish list in Property 1.
Smells new, feels new, it is new.
The view is beautiful, it's so peaceful.
But I suspect she may not be that keen on apartment living. So this time I'm determined to deliver a home she can fall head over heels with. I'm taking Sonia to Fitzroy, which is a suburb I know she loves.
2-bedroom houses here hit the median mark at around $630,000, which is well within budget.
In this next place, I'm trying to help Sonia think outside the square.
You wouldn't mind popping that on and that on?
Okay.
Now, Sonia, we've taken your brief very seriously to find you a brand new home. So serious, in fact, that we found you an almost built new home.
Brand new.
If you'd like to turn left, option number 2 is this baby right here.
Does the digger come with the property or
No.
is that additional?
No, you can't have the digger.
Ah.
You can't have the digger. Probably what you weren't expecting, am I right?
I wasn't expecting a construction zone, no.
Okay.
Let's see what's inside.
Let's get in
Yeah.
there.
Geez, Jane, Talk about risky.
Bold move, right? But I'm hoping Sonia can see its potential. With a bit of vision, I think this one could be a real contender. It has open plan living and dining, 2 great sized bedrooms, one with a walk-in wardrobe and bathroom, and it's close to the trails I know Sonia likes running in. Price-wise, it's listed at $699, so just a smidge above Sonia's budget. But again, in a buyer's market, it's always worth taking a punt.
This is obviously the kitchen, dining, lounge room, open plan.
Yep, we've got the open plan.
Not much else.
Not much. The back of the kitchen's going to be here. You will have an island here, lounge room here.
Very blank canvas to work with, I must say.
I think it's great that you potentially could even add your own stamp to it, maybe with colour scheme.
This is the fun part.
You get to play with the house and set it up how you like it.
Welcome to the master suite.
I like it.
It's got a nice feel to it.
You've got your own walk-in wardrobe and your own ensuite.
Which I really like.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave you guys to take in everything we've just seen. I've got something else to show you outside, so see you in time.
See you, bye.
Okay. It really is a big leap of faith to bring a first home buyer to what basically is a construction site. But knowing Sonia as I do now, I think she's got the mindset to visualise what this place is going to look like when it's completely finished.
So what are we thinking?
I quite like it. I like the open plan, I like the attached garage, I like the 2 bedrooms but also 2 bathrooms.
I don't know if you can tell, but I really like it. I think there's a lot of stuff that you can do here.
on that a little bit. Had a good look around.
Yeah?
Seems quite cosy.
Well, through the magic of renders, we can give you actually a finished view. It's not exactly how it's going to look, but it'll give you a fair idea. So here we go. Look at all that space.
There is quite a lot of space outside, isn't there?
And there's dining, kitchen in there.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do with it.
I quite like that, actually.
Can you see yourself living here?
I hesitantly can see myself living here. I like the space. I like the outdoor space. I love the 2 bathrooms. Yeah, I'm liking it. The fact that it's still under construction means our timelines aren't always definite, and that's something that I really need to consider moving forward. It makes me nervous.
What do you think the price point is?
Maybe 7? I think $650 might be more realistic in the current market.
Ooh, tough. Drive
a tough bargain.
Oh, yeah, hard bargain. I like that, though. If they potentially want 700, who knows what is achievable at the moment. Well, I feel like number 2 option has really got you thinking and the wheels turning. So I'm going to give you the renders. I think we should call it a day.
It's been a big one.
Oh, that concrete's quite hard.
Well, after a slightly bumpy start, I actually think that turned out quite well.
I've got to hand it to you, Jayne. I think your move might have paid off.
Hi, I'm Tom from AE Insurance.
Hi, Sonia.
Here you've had an exciting week looking at houses.
Busy week, but yeah, really enjoyable.
Okay to come and have a chat about that?
Sure, come on in.
Thanks. You're buying your first home, right?
I'm a novice at this.
Yep.
First home, first time insuring a home as well.
So the key thing is make sure you do your due diligence. And one of the things that you definitely need to consider is get a builder's report. Get someone in to look at the building who's an expert, can tell you, is it built correctly? What's the materials they use? Making sure it's dry, it's safe, and just gives you that peace of mind.
Something that's dry and warm is definitely preferable for me. I've heard LIM reports. What are they about?
What it stands for is Land Information Memorandum. It's really important that you discuss the LIM report with your lawyer, and they will then flag anything that you need to be aware of. The other thing to look at as well would be your title. Your title is the legal document that actually tells you what type of land you're buying. Again, you need to make sure that someone on your behalf is looking at that for you, like your lawyer, and just flagging anything you need to consider. So if you find that dream property and you think you're going to put an offer in, check with your insurer. They will be able to tell you about the cover they can provide, so you know the considerations beforehand.
Sounds like I need your number on speed dial, Tom.
Well, look, I think you'll do great. I really hope that it's a happy ever after for you.
I've been hunting high and low for my first-time buyer, Sonia, in Hamilton. There were some positives in property 1.
It's beautiful. Still with the lovely view.
But I'm not convinced Sonia was totally sold on apartment living. Property 2 was a big leap of faith.
I wasn't expecting a construction zone.
And while Sonia could see the light,
I hesitantly can see myself living here.
I'm hoping number 3 won't be quite so hard to visualise, because this time the house is actually finished. I've brought Sonia back to Fitzroy, an area I know she loves. The home isn't quite a new build, but at only 6 years old, it ticks all the safe home standards.
Morena, Jane.
Morning.
How's the house hunt going in Kirikiriroa?
Well, it would be fair to say that we have thrown Sonia a few curveballs, 3 different contrasting properties, so she may have a bit of a sleepless night.
Sleepless night, welcome to real estate, right?
Yeah, well, our world.
Yeah. I think she's going to love it. You love it?
What's not to love?
Oh, here we go. Kia ora kōrua.
Morning.
Hey.
Good morning. It's actually a bit chilly outside.
It's a Waikato morning.
And I've got the heat pump on inside.
Let's rock on it.
All
That's
right.
a really good idea, Jane.
Yes.
I think this really could be the one. This little beauty boasts 2 bedrooms, open plan living and dining, and 2 outdoor areas. The cherry on the cake is the price. It's been listed at $619,000, so Sonia could be about to score an amazing deal.
Right. Instant first impressions.
I like it. It's clean. It's open. Potentially could put a sliding door in there.
I think I'd go French doors and then you can actually open the whole space up.
God, you guys don't waste any time. Walk in the door and start smashing some walls out. All right, I think it's time for the tour. I think you go with the gorgeous Sonia, and I'll be with the amazing Lisa.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Ooh. Could you see yourself entertaining here?
I could. Having that flow to the outdoors would be ideal. And then being able to entertain out there as well. It's just cherry on top kind of material.
Oh, this is actually a decent sized space for the size of the section.
It's probably big enough you could fit some dining space in as well.
Bedroom number 1. Very nice. Decent sized.
Ooh, I love the fact that you've got like a second courtyard out there. That's nice.
It's a private little courtyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Second bedroom.
This feels a little bit bigger, a lot more light.
I suppose shift work, you also want to be able to block it out, right?
That's an important thing. You can ask anybody that knows me, midnight, their eyes are shut.
Sometimes I wish.
I don't know how you do it.
It's a dedicated job, but I absolutely love it, so.
It's an amazing calling. If I could stay out past midnight, I'd probably look at doing something like that myself, but I just can't.
This is actually a really decent sized space.
We could fit a spa here quite nicely.
Oh, now you're talking. Our Sonia, she's a deep thinker.
Yes, she's a girl that does like to do her homework. She wants to do it right the first time. If the right combination of factors come together, she'll go for it.
Do you know which one she's going to go for?
I'll reserve judgment at this stage.
Come on, you can tell me. There's no one here, just us.
Bathroom?
Only one.
Decent sized. All-inclusive toilet, shower, same room with a flatmate.
Ooh.
I call first dibs.
Yeah.
Okay, so generally, what are we thinking?
I am getting a sense of what I might favour.
It's exciting. Does that mean that there's a bit more emotional attachment coming in?
Turns out I'm not as analytical as I first thought. But hey, we're getting there.
All right, the moment of truth.
The moment. I do quite like this one. I like that the bedrooms and living area are definitely at different ends of the house, and I like the open plan.
This is going to a deadline sale, which means there's a date and you have to present your offer on that date, usually in a sealed envelope, and hope for the best. What you can do to make your offer strong is perhaps do your building inspection, have your finance ready to go so that your offer is clean, because if it is a bit lower but it's clean, then it's more attractive to the vendors.
This is the final property.
There's a few questions that I need answered before I come to any big decisions.
Right, well, it's that time.
Right, go out and enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah, let's get into it.
reckon.
Okay.
Well, Sonia's not giving anything away, but I do think this one could be a real contender, and I suspect she feels the same.
Jane, I think you might be right there. Wish me luck because I'm heading back to Tāmaki Makaurau, where I had my lucky last property with Chantel. So far, so good. Chantel's been genuinely excited by both properties I've shown her.
It's a bathtub.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect.
So I'm hoping to make it a hat-trick with number 3. This time we're right on the border of Manurewa and Manukau City, where the average 3-bedroom home is selling for around $770,000. Price-wise, we're sitting higher than Chantel's max, but this one might be worth fighting for.
This home, I feel, could be the one we've been waiting to see. Here we are.
I love the outside. I love the tree. I can see a nice tree house in there for sharks to play in.
Should we go and have a look?
Let's go have a look.
Come on then.
Well, Paul, signs are good so far. And if space is what Chantel is after, this property has it in spades.
You're so right, Jane. This amazing home has 3 bedrooms, not 1, but 2 outside spaces, a big kitchen and beautiful bathroom with a tub. So it's basically everything Chantel is after.
The only catch here, Paul, is the asking price. It's on at $725K, so higher than Chantel's budget. But with her love of negotiation, I think you might be able to strike her a deal.
I like the space.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than you would think from the outside. Nice little barbecue area, relaxing.
And then behind you. What do you reckon?
It's real good.
This is going to be the home that keeps on giving, because not only do you have a front yard, you've also got a backyard as well as a covered deck area. Do you know something else you're going to love? Is 3 bedrooms.
Even better.
I reckon it's time for me to leave you to have a look around. Enjoy. Can't wait to hear what you've got to say about this one.
I love the slider door going out to the backyard. Oh, working space. Oh, I love that. Definitely the master room. Lovely view, a lot of space. Perfect for Alana.
I'm quietly confident, but Chantel's a tough read. I really love this neighbourhood and this home. I hope she does too.
Oh, this would be perfect for having guests stay over. Love the kitchen space. Oh, I love a slide-out cupboard. Perfect. I love this. Big shower, bathtub. This is nice. Oh, this is lovely. Covered deck, really big. Little garden space, plant our veggies. Really nice. You haven't made it easy for me, and that's the one thing I needed from you. I actually really like this one. There's a lot of space inside as well as outside. I love how there's the barbecue in the front as well as at the back here.
Do you feel, even though we've brought you out to sort of like your outer limit in terms of where you're looking, that this could work for you?
Yeah, no, this could work for me. I've noticed that there are a lot of kids around here, which is good for both Alana and baby. I feel like they can also engage and get along with our community here if we did try to start something.
Currently priced at $725,000.
Thought that would be the case, roughly around there, but yeah, I'm very hopeful that they could be negotiable. That's what we're here to do.
Well, that's right, you know, I mean, it's an asking price, and what we're seeing at the moment in this market is that people are having to make some adjustments, and there's a lot more negotiating going on, which is good for buyers, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've got to say about all 3 properties when we catch up next.
Sounds good.
Right, let's do it.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I think you've really backed a winner here, Paul.
Thanks, Jane. I'm feeling really good about this one. Fingers crossed. It's decision time for Chantel. She's desperate to bring her little whānau back over from the Cook Islands, so I have a feeling she's going to want to move pretty quickly on one of these properties.
Atamarie.
Atamarie.
I'm very excited. I don't know what's going to happen today. I know I showed you 3 homes that could have worked equally for different reasons. I'm really keen to hear what your thoughts are.
The first home, quite simple, a lot of space. I also enjoyed how everything was modern.
In terms of distance?
That would be as far as I would go. It is quite far from everything else, but I'm willing to make things work.
Which brings us to property number 2. You're familiar with the neighbourhood, the people.
The house itself was a lot bigger than expected, which was nice. It needed love, so that one, even though it's in the perfect location, it's something I need to really think about.
Bit harder for you to navigate with a family, and I hear what you're saying. So I took you back out to Manurewa. I felt like that property was a really good fit.
The home itself actually felt like a home. It was warm, it was comfortable. It just had the beautiful front porch as well as the beautiful back one, and it was covered.
2 properties in budget, one slightly over your budget. If you had to choose between one of the 3 properties, which one would it be?
It would be property 3. I would like to put an offer in.
So property's priced at $725,000, with $700 being your upper limit. How are you feeling about that?
Everything could be negotiated, so I feel like we could possibly negotiate it down. It doesn't hurt to try.
I'm here to help you every step of the way. I'd love to see you win that property. It's such a cool home. So excited for you.
I am too. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all your help.
Well, it's my pleasure. Not champagne yet, but cheers.
Cheers.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
Chantel decided the offer she wanted to put on paper was $650,000, which we'll present to the vendor. Then it's the waiting game.
Good luck, Paul. I can so see Chantel and her wee family in that home. Now time to wish me luck. I feel like I really took Sonia out of her comfort zone, but I also feel like I showed her 3 really solid properties. I can't wait to find out where she's landed.
Okay, team, it's crunch time. It's been a big week. Eclectic group of properties. Property number 1.
It was something outside of the box, and I'm very appreciative that it was something that you showed. It had a lot of character to it. I really liked the aesthetic of that apartment, and the outlook was beautiful. It was a strong maybe.
Property number 2. Now, we threw you quite the curveball there. We've gone from sleek, finished, to pretty much a construction site.
The plans were everything I could have asked for in the construction phase. It's an amazing property. I can definitely imagine myself living there.
Oh, right. Okay. And now our last one, number 3.
So I actually really liked property 3 as well. Lovely bathroom, lovely kitchen, and that made it feel very homely. We have had quite a lot of discussion. Property number 2 was definitely the highlight of the 3 that we viewed. We've done a lot more investigation and asking questions. As we saw, they're under construction. We also acknowledge that there is going to be further construction on that land as well.
Yeah.
My health is variable in regards to I have asthma, and that is set off by construction zones and dust and things. That does throw a large spanner in the works with that property.
Okay.
If we could have that property, that exact build, pick it up and put it somewhere there's not a construction site, we'd be putting in offers today and we'd be going for gold.
Damn.
I know, I feel the same.
You got a 9.9 out of 10 from the second property.
So would you go back to property number 3 then?
It's something I'd definitely consider.
Possibly what you might have done is given yourself a challenge in the sense that probably before Sonia wouldn't have considered purchasing off plans, whereas that's actually left a bit of a gap open that needs to be investigated before making decisions about the third property.
So we've totally stitched ourselves up, haven't we?
A little bit. And the insight that you've given to me from taking me to a construction zone has given so much value to this property search for me. And it is something that I am seriously going to progress forward with, looking at maybe things that aren't quite finished.
I'm actually feel really chuffed and happy that by presenting these properties to you, we've really opened your mind to the possibilities, and that's exciting.
I'm perhaps reinvigorated about the property search. There are more options out there than I perhaps thought there were. I feel like property market's my oyster, right?
And I'd say cheers to finding your dream home with your eyes wide open, and I would like an invitation to the housewarming.
Cheers to that. Thank you.
Thanks, Jayne.
I'm happy to say Sonia's property search was totally reinvigorated, and just a few months later, she put an offer on a great little home, which was accepted. I'm so excited we've got to help her on the path to her very first home.
Well, Jane, I've got some news of my own. We put Chantel's offer to the owners, but unfortunately, we couldn't get it across the line. Just a few months later, Chantel managed to buy her dream 4-bedroom home in Mangere, and she can't wait to get the keys. Looking to buy your perfect property? One Roof makes your search simple with thousands of listings, estimates and news. Head to oneroof.co.nz now.
Next time,
We're helping these mid-century collectors
I'm in. What are we selling?
find a home for all their things.
I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy, there's no room for my shoes.
It's that or the kitchen.
and we're with first home buyers
It's not quite what they're after, and it's unstaged.
who have zero interest in renovating.
We're not reno people. We're not in that space in our lives. Gosh, this kitchen does need a bit of work.
I don't want to touch it.